Rongai Route Itinerary. This is a Rongai Route itinerary by Tranquil Kilimanjaro. Rongai can be done in 6 or 7 days. So here is the itinerary. Arrival day. When you arrive at the airport, you will be met by your guide. We will drive you to your hotel in Moshi or Arusha. Thereafter we will brief you about your trip. After a short equipment and gear check, we will leave you to rest before your next day adventure to Africa's highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro. Day 1, Rongai Gate to Rongai Cave. Elevation, 6,398 feet to 9,300 feet. Hiking time, 3 to 4 hours. Distance, 8 kilometers or 5 miles. Habitat, rainforest. We drive from Moshi to Marangu Gate for permits before taking a short transfer to the Rongai Gate trailhead. The path winds through corn and potato fields and then climbs gently through the forest, which is home to a variety of wildlife, including the black and white colobus monkey. Day 2, Rongai Cave to second cave to Kikelewa Cave. Rongai Cave 2 to second cave. Elevation, 9,300 feet to 11,300 feet. Hiking time, 3 to 4 hours. Distance, 6 kilometers or 4 miles. Habitat, heath. Second cave to Kikelewa Cave. Elevation, 11,300 feet to 11,811 feet. Hiking time, 3 to 4 hours. Distance, 6 kilometers or 4 miles. Habitat, heath. We begin this morning with a steady incline up to second cave. We continue trekking though moorland, leaving the main trail for a smaller path towards the jagged peaks of Mawenzi, before finally arriving at Kikelewa Cave for the night. Day 3, Kikelewa Cave to Mawenzi Tarn. Elevation, 11,811 feet to 14,160 feet. Hiking time, 3 to 4 hours. Distance, 5 kilometers or 3 miles. Habitat, alpine desert. The hike today is short and steep up a grassy slope. Views of the wilderness area are stunning. As we exit the heath zone and emerge into the alpine desert zone, the landscape changes dramatically. Our camp is situated beneath the jagged spires of Mawenzi at Mawenzi Tarn. The remainder of the day can be spent relaxing or exploring the area. Day 4, Mawenzi Tarn to Mawenzi Ridge to Mawenzi Tarn. Mawenzi Tarn to Mawenzi Ridge. Elevation, 14,160 feet minus 14,400 feet. Hiking time, 1 to 2 hours. Distance, 2 kilometers or 1 mile. Habitat, alpine desert. Mawenzi Ridge to Mawenzi Tarn. Elevation, 14,400 feet minus 14,160 feet. Hiking time, 1 to 2 hours. Distance, 2 kilometers or 1 mile. Habitat, alpine desert. This is an extra day meant for acclimatization and can be spent day hiking on Mawenzi Ridge. The unique landscape offers motivating views of Kibo and Mawenzi. After spending a few moments exploring the area, we head back to Mawenzi Tarn for camp. Day 5, Mawenzi Tarn to Kibo Hut. Elevation, over 160 feet to 15,430 feet. Hiking time, 5 to 6 hours. Distance, 8 kilometers or 5 miles. Habitat, alpine desert. We climb gradually, then cross the lunar desert of the saddle between Mawenzi and Kibo. Our camp, Kibo Hut, sits at the bottom of the Kibo crater wall. Once here we rest, enjoy an early dinner to prepare for the summit day. Day 6. Kibo Hut to Uhuru Peak to Horombo Hut. School Hut to Uhuru Peak. Elevation 15,430 feet to 19,341 feet. Hiking time 6 to 8 hours. Distance 6 kilometers or 4 miles. Habitat Arctic. Uhuru Peak to Horombo Hut. Elevation 19,341 feet to 12,250 feet. Hiking time 4 to 5 hours. Distance 16 kilometers or 10 miles. Habitat Heath. Very early in the morning, around midnight, we begin our push to the summit. This is the most mentally and physically challenging portion of the trek. The wind and cold at this elevation and time of day can be extreme. We ascend in the darkness for several hours while taking frequent but short breaks. At Gilman's Point, 18,600 feet, you will be rewarded with the most magnificent sunrise you are ever likely to see coming over Mawenzi Peak. Finally, we arrive at Uhuru Peak, the highest point on Mount Kilimanjaro and the continent of Africa. After spending a few moments taking in the plains of Africa and your accomplishment, we descend to Horombo Hut. Later in the evening, we enjoy our last dinner on the mountain and a well-earned sleep. Day 7, Horombo Hut to Marangu Gate. Elevation 12,205 feet to 6,046 feet. Hiking time 5 to 7 hours. Distance 20 kilometers or 12 miles. Habitat rainforest. On our last day, we have a long trek mostly downhill through the tropical rainforest. Once at the park headquarters at Marangu Gate, we collect our summit certificates. A vehicle will meet us here and drive us back to the hotel in Moshi, departure day. Ere your worthwhile climb, we will pick you at your hotel and transport you to the airport, where we will bid you farewell, or alternatively in Valley, we can take you on a nice safari. Zanzibar beach getaway or both to wind up your trip.